Hey everybody, school's in session and you're here at the Yellowhammer Football Podcast on the Loaded Sports Network where we cover all things Alabama high school football. I'm the Colonel, he's Catfish. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, man?
Another day. Wonderful
Oh
day.
yeah. Oh yeah.
So let's go ahead and look at a little bit of week 9, recap it a little bit. Starting off, had Hackleburg going to Shoals Christian, coming up with a win 50-20.
Yeah, this is what we figured. I mean, we kind of figured that Hackleburg would shut them out actually,
Yeah.
But you can tell 50 by Hackleburg was probably scored before halftime, and then Shows Christian got some late points in this one, but we get us right with Hackleburg.
Yeah, no doubt. Good win for Hackleburg. They had a rough start to the season and, back-to-back wins. That's pretty good. Then we had Waterloo going to Phillips, Bear Creek, coming up short. They got beat 56-26.
Yeah, it's another beautiful win for Phillips.
Yep.
Beat them by 30, and getting to take care of business at your house. It's a great feeling. Again, I'm so excited for what is ahead for them and how deep they're going to go in the playoffs. And it's good to see them on a road like this.
Yeah, I mean they've had a really good season.
Well, besides the Hackleburg loss
recently,
yeah,
right. But
get back
they've
on
had a really good season so far. I look forward to see what they do coming up. Then we had South Lamar going to Marion County, coming up short. Marion County won 38-13.
It's huge. I mean, for Marion County to beat South Lamar like this, it's not many years you're going to get this kind of outcome, especially by this much of a deficit. And the fact that they did it and they got to do it at home as well, it's exciting for that program. And I know Coach Kyle Williams is more than happy with his team, and let's see if they can keep this going. They're a good playoff team as well, and I would see them in second or third round, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, good win for them. They've had a good season. I think you said their quarterback's pretty good at passing the ball.
Yeah, Ty Madison, he's dang good. Yeah.
So that's really good. Then we got Holy Spirit going to Brilliant, coming up with a win, 56-0. That's rough, man.
We did not expect this. I mean,
Did not.
One of them bottom feeder games, and with the way Brilliant's offense is, the way it's set up is the veer, and I mean you've got probably 4 to 10 plays. That's about it. That's all you run, and you melt the clock. And the fact that somebody like Holy Spirit that's had trouble scoring against anybody all year long puts 56 on you, it's a bad year for Brilliant football. It really is.
At home, man. At home.
At home.
Not scoring anything. I mean, whew. Feel bad for Brilliant. Then we had Haleyville going to Hamilton, coming up with a win, 52-12. Big win for Haleyville.
Oh, yeah. And, speaking of teams on rows, Haleyville has been that dominant team this year. It was once thought to be Northside's region, and Haleyville went in there and beat them, and they pretty much they got Cordova, they've got Hamilton here, they got Curry, had Oak Grove. They've had a lot of big time wins and wins that have been by double digits. And the fact that you go to your rival's house and you put up that kind of point spread, as far as we put up 52 points and then we kept them to 12. That's just, oh my God. How can you not be happy with that?
Yeah, it's both sides of the ball, dominant.
They're going to be a hard team to stop. It's hard to say how far they'll go in the playoffs just because, they're 4A. Yep. But their team can compete with anybody, and they've got some pretty good size on them too. So you never know. Maybe third round for them. So let's see. We'll just have to see.
It's gonna be interesting to see how they do.
Yeah, no doubt.
Then we had Meek going to Vina, taking it easy on them, 54-0.
Yeah, this is a huge win. Meek got the region with this one.
Yep.
So it's a huge win for Meek. They may have got the region last week. It's one or the other, but the fact that they go to Vina and get this done. Was it at Vina or?
I thought it was at Vina. I might have had that wrong, but
It may have been at Vina. You may be right there, but I mean to go on the road and get it done like this. Cam Deaver, I know he had 153 yards, three touchdowns. Again, just piling up the yardage and the touchdown numbers. So happy for him and proud of him. And hopefully, Houston Powell and the Meek Tigers keep it going. I want to see him go undefeated, man.
Yeah, I know it. That's what I want too. And man, they're going to make a deep playoff run. I don't know how the rest of 1A in the state looks, but man,
Yeah.
I don't see anybody stopping them.
Well, Meek's got their region. Lynn is probably going to have theirs. And Lynn's you got Marion County.
Yeah.
Meek, you got Addison. So they've got some pretty good teams behind them in their regions, but I think Meek's got a chance to go further than anybody, really.
Yeah. Then we had Tanner going to Red Bay and coming up short. Red Bay wins 54-14.
I'm excited for Red Bay. At the first of the season, they went beat Hamilton. We automatically assumed they were just about to be, the greatest team this year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they had a couple of hiccups, But Tanner's a team that's actually beat a couple of our guys that we cover. So the fact that they got it done at home, 54-14, couldn't be more proud of them. They had that tough loss at Faultville a couple of weeks ago, but it looks like they got it going back in the right direction.
Yeah. I mean, they look like a really good team, no doubt. Then we have Thorpe Town going to Sheffield, coming up short, 63-14. Sheffield gets the win.
I believe we both picked Sheffield on this one.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Thorpe Town's had some good moments this year, but they've also had their fair share of bad ones. So this is another one of those cases on the latter end. But you put 14 points up on the road. That's a positive.
Yeah.
You still got a couple more games to show what you're about this season. They're not a playoff team, but they'll definitely be able to be competitive in their final few games.
Yeah, you gotta look to the future, like you said, some positive stuff.
Yeah.
Carry that with you. And then here we go, man. Had Colbert Heights going to Phil Campbell, last home game of the season. Phil Campbell won 36-0, keeping their playoff hopes alive. They will have to win next week to get in.
Dude, how do you feel?
Nervous?
Oh man, like Tennessee, Alabama nervous.
Yeah.
Oh man, hey, shout out to them. I know you were real nervous about this game.
Yep.
And they blanked them, man. Blanked them. And like you said, win next week. They get in, and we just hope they do. Yeah, you got to hope in Phil Campbell because Phil Campbell doesn't get this kind of season too often, and
no,
it's just great to cheer him on.
Yeah, like I said, they got to win. Yeah, they got to win next week. Last region opponent. So,
oh yeah,
it's winner go home. So.
Yeah.
Then we had Russellville going to Ardmore, coming up with a win, big win, 49-7.
Yeah, it's great. Coach Ritter, he's been through a lot this year with this team. He's had some great wins. He's also had some really tough losses. Mars Hill at home by one was one of those. They got beat by Dessler, who's their rival.
Yep.
I wanted more from this team than what they've given us so far this season, but they're still a daggum good ball club. And if they just ride what they've got in Connor Warhurst, they'll be able to be in any ball game. And as you can see here, they did just that.
Yeah, I mean, dominating fashion. I think we were a little concerned. We didn't know how what
Ardmore.
Ardmore
Yeah.
looked like, but that's a big win, man. 49-7. You can't beat that.
No, not at all. It's what you hope for on the road, especially.
Yeah. Then we had Addison going to Falkville, coming up with a win, 20-7.
Oh, I'm speaking of Addison. I'm so happy with this win.
Yeah.
We were talking about Red Bay going to Falkville a couple of weeks ago and getting beat barely. Addison was fortunate enough to come out on the winning side of this one, and they did it by 2 touchdowns. I believe they had a bigger lead in this one at one point in time, or it may have been closer. But all in all, they get it done by a couple scores, and they do it on the road, and they remain just a tough team to beat. I believe they only got, they lost to Meek, and they lost to Winston County. But other
Yeah.
than that, they've been pretty solid, and to get it done on the road, it's what you hope for later
Yeah.
in the season.
I mean, you talked about Falkville beating Red Bay last week and stuff. So that's to me, this is a big win for
Yeah,
Addison.
yeah.
Then we had Barry Fayette going to Lynn, coming up short, 49-0.
Oh my God, I'm just so happy for the Lamb Bears. Coach Mark Hastings. Uh, I told him, like, how coaches, they're gonna be superstitious and all that kind of stuff, and they don't
Yeah.
really want to say what they think they've got. And I told him, man, I thought that they had the looks of just one of the greatest seasons ever in Lynn High or football, Bears football history, and he wasn't really denying that.
Yeah.
But he wasn't going that far. He was just saying, we got some good things about us, but I still think we're a little bit young, and but Cal being a senior, they've still got some pieces that have been there a while. But getting it done right here, 49-0. They've got the region. I believe they had 351 yards total offense. Kel Tittle had a passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and a receiving touchdown, and they dominated this one.
Yeah, no doubt. Lynn, like you said, man, probably is this the best team in their football's history,
I would like to. They've had some pretty good ones, but
Yeah.
as far as what I've seen, with the exception of the 2008 to 2011 stretch, this is what Lynn normally is.
Yeah. So we're talking probably the best in the last 10 years.
I said that wrong. From the 2008 through the 2011 years were the best years I believe had, like best stretch they've had, and it looks like Lynn's getting back to that. I apologize.
Okay. Well, like I said, they're going to go far, no doubt.
No doubt.
Then we had Aliceville going to Winston County, coming up with a win, 34-31.
Dude, this one was so upsetting because the whole game Winston County was leading. I mean, the whole game. I believe they had a 17-point lead going into the fourth quarter, and Aliceville scored like 3 touchdowns with 9:40 left in the fourth quarter. I mean, it's a hard loss for Winston County to have it like that and then to give it up. It's sad, and you kind of feel for them. They really needed this one, and what can you say?
Yeah, I mean, and
they kind of Alabama.
Yeah, that Alabama Tennessee. Yeah, but yeah, at home you don't want to get this loss, like you said, man. I hate it for them.
Yeah.
Then we had Midfield going to Carbon Hill, coming up with a win, 30-14.
Yeah, this one was close for a minute, a hot second.
Yeah,
and Midfield kind of ran away with it there at the end. But Walker Campbell, he had 210 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and that's about the only positive for Carbon Hill out of this one. I can't understand, can't wrap my brain around how they are still winless.
Yeah.
And this was one of my teams that I thought was going to be competing for, 2 first-round home games in the
Yeah.
playoffs. The fact that they're sitting here winless, it's shocking, to say the
Yeah.
least.
Yeah. I mean, it's just been a rough season for them. Then we had Gordo going to Oakman, coming up big, 56-12.
Yeah, I was writing for the DMA for this game. Uh, at first it felt like it was going to be one of them October nights. It was a little chill in there, and
Yeah.
you could see everybody's breath, and everybody was bundled up watching this one. Gordo or Oakman scored first. It was like 6-0. Gordo went straight down the field. 51-yard rushing touchdown, put them up 8-6, and then it was 22-6 going into halftime, and then Oakman forced a fumble on Gordo's first drive. Thomas ran it in from 6 yards out, made the score 26, or it was 22-12, and Oakman was gonna go for 2, or they faked the field goal to go for 2, and missed it. They were gonna try to make it a 1-score ball game, but that was as close as they got. Gordo had so many explosive plays. I believe 5 of their plays was over 50 yards. 5 of their
Lord have
touchdowns were over
mercy.
50 yards. Yeah, it
Ugh.
was something to watch from that aspect, because they're the number 2 team in 3A. Mars Hill being the number 1.
Yep.
So that may very well be our state championship in 3A. Mars Hill and Gordo.
Boy, what a game.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. But Oakman's young. I believe they've only got 4 seniors. I want to say 22 of them are freshmen and sophomores.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing towards the future.
They've got a pretty big squad.
Then we had Cordova going to Oak Grove, coming up big, 42-22.
Yeah, it's a big win for Cordova here. Shane Smothers. They pretty much controlled this game. I know that I want to say they could have probably got more points. I really want to say that.
Yeah.
Just based on what I've heard. But Jeremy Fullman, he had 222 yards. He had 2 rushing touchdowns as well on 10 carries. He dominated, and it shows in the scoreboard right here. And it was a big win for Cordova on the road. They needed this one for sure, just based on how close all them close games are. Them coming out on losing end. They really needed this for this season.
Yeah, no doubt. Then we had Corner going to Curry, coming up big, 69-0.
Let me just be honest with you. Corner's highest scoring ball game ever was 62-0. Yeah, it was 62. Their highest scoring was 62 in 2015. At the end of the first quarter, Corner has 47 points.
Lord have mercy.
At the end of half, it was 61-0. So they almost tied their most points ever at halftime.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, they just dominated this one. Gavin Brown had 3 first quarter rushing touchdowns. He was hot right off the bat and did it at Curry's house, and that's just not a good look. It's a bad feeling. It's a right gut feeling for Curry, I know, right now.
Yeah. Like I said, they're not feeling good about this one, no doubt.
Yeah.
Then we had Dora going to Northside, coming up with a win, 33-13.
Yeah. Again, we thought Northside was definitely the most dominant team, and by all accounts, all we were hearing they were.
Yeah.
And they've been beat by Haleyville. They got beat by who was it last week?
We
got them. Yeah, we got them.
I can't. I'd have to go back last week to look. Check out the archives.
Yeah. But anyways, get beat again by Dora. It had to be somebody in the region. I don't know why we can't think of it right now, but
I can't remember.
yeah. Anyways, they dominated this one on the road. Sean Pryor, he had 5 touchdowns. 3 were passing, 1 was rushing, 1 was catching. So he did the same thing Cal did. But I just let's continue before I get caught up trying to figure out who that other team is.
Yeah. We'll put it in post if we can remember, guys. But if not, check out the archives. We had Jasper going to John Carroll, coming up with a win, 48-7.
What can you say, man? Spencer's what they needed, and they continue to dominate. I think him and Micah Pledger had, I want to say it was 4 touchdowns and over 300 rushing yards combined. They pretty much gave John Carroll all they could take real early, and kept foot on the pedal for sure. And I mean, this is huge going into the game this coming week, because since Spencer's been back, and he didn't play a full game that first game, since Spencer's been back, they're undefeated. So, and they've been beating everybody pretty handedly.
Yeah, that's what they needed. I mean, we've talked about that the last couple of weeks. He's the missing piece, man.
Yeah, he is.
Then we had the game of the week. We had Winfield going to Fayette County, coming up with a win, 25-13. I think we didn't know for sure how this one was going to turn out.
Yeah, we got all faith in the world in Winfield. Let's just go ahead and say that. But you never know with Fayette County. They were coming off a pretty difficult loss last week and against Gordo. Gordo beat the crap out of Fayette. So if that just shows you how Gordo is, but Winfield going in and getting it done. This is what you hope for them. We both got high hopes for Winfield, and shout out to them, man.
Yeah, I like a good win. I said we wasn't sure what was going to happen, but Winfield's a pretty good team this year.
Yep. Oh yeah.
But guys, we're gonna take a little short break. We're gonna tell you about this week's sponsor, BetterHelp. Guys, BetterHelp is here to help you. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. Talk to your therapist in a private online environment at your convenience. There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. Guys, just fill out our questionnaire. It helps assess your specific needs, and then you can get matched with a therapist in as little as 48 hours. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. You can join the 3 million plus people who have taken their mental health and taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. Guys, get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Loaded Sports Network. You can check it out down there at the bottom of the screen. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Loaded Sports Network. And we thank them for sponsoring this week's show.
Oh, yeah. Go check them out.
That's right. Well, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. We'll look ahead. Let me move my notes out of the way. Y'all didn't need to know that, but there you go. We got Hackleburg going to Vina.
Oh, yeah.
Hackleburg all day. Yep.
Route.
Whatever they want.
Yeah, whatever they need it to be, yeah.
We got Phillips, Bear Creek going to Addison.
Man, what a game this is about to be.
I was about to say, man, what a game this is going to be.
Oh, my goodness. I've actually had the chance to watch Addison this year. It was, however, at Meek. Meek got that win, and they were hanging in there with Meek first half, but Meek ran away with it literally. Yep. But they've got a pretty good offense. Quarterback's got a pretty good arm, and he's a mini Tim Tebow. Phillips, they got beat by Meek as well. That's who I'm judging them against, just because I've watched them against Meek. I think since it's at home, Addison's got a better shot in this game. But anything can happen with this one. So I'll go Addison +2. That's about it.
Yeah, I was about to say Addison at home, to me, has a 3-point advantage right there. I think that's what they win by. So then we got Marion County going to Hubbardsville.
Yeah. I got some Toybo family going to Hubbardsville this weekend too. It's going to be a big weekend in the hub. Marion County.
Yep.
Ty Addison, he's going to shred them. He's going to throw the ball all over the field. I think he'll have about 400 yards passing in this one. I think they get it done like 60-20.
Yeah, I think it's a dominant fashion, like you said, through the air. I don't see any other way around it.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that was the right one. Yep, there we go. We got Brilliant versus Barry Fayette.
Yeah. Brilliant has not been worth anything this year. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
I'm not meaning anything.
Oh yeah. We're not talking about the kids and stuff. It's just
they just ain't got it this year,
right?
On any count. But Barry is having an off year. They've normally got a pretty good program, but they've not been too lucky here lately. So I still have them winning it, and I still have them probably winning. I mean, Holy Spirit got 56 on Brilliant.
Yeah,
I think I think Barry Fayette does that same thing.
Yeah, I think they at least get that much. Now we got Oakman going to Winfield.
Yeah. Big game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I got to watch Oakman last week. I have yet to watch Winfield. I know what Winfield has, though, and I also know what Oakman has. And Oakman's got a pretty good ball club. Yeah, Gordo had a lot of explosive touchdowns, but Oakman pretty much they played their hearts out. I mean, they kept fighting. They were competitive. And that's all you can hope for if you're losing is at least be competitive.
Yep.
And, Winfield probably gets this done being at home, but I would say it's not by more than 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm thinking like you are. I'm thinking maybe 2 touchdowns. Winfield being at home, I think it's going to be the key factor.
Yeah.
Then we got Northside going to Hamilton.
Who you got winning this one?
Northside, probably. I mean, Hamilton's had that lackluster year. I think Northside's got them. It might be close, but I think Northside's got them.
Yeah, I mean, if this is either got to be homecoming or, senior night for Hamilton at being this late in the season and being at home.
Yeah.
That may give them an edge or at least more points on them. Automatically get 7 when you get it at home.
Yeah, sure.
But I still think you're right on this for sure. It's close, but Northside gets it done.
Yeah. Then we got Red Bay going to Hatton.
Red Bay.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
We got Thorpe Town going to Falkville.
This is one of them, you get the I may not need to say that. Let's go with Falkville. I got Falkville.
Yeah, Falkville big. Phil Campbell at Clements. Here we go. This is it. Win this game, you're in the playoffs.
Are they going to Phil Campbell?
I mean, what's going to happen,
Well, you have teams that have these good years and they really don't make anything of it.
Yeah.
Phil Campbell, when they have good years, they seem to make something of it, like the baseball team winning state. I mean, they may not have them every so often, but when they do, they leave a mark.
Yep.
And I got them getting in the playoffs this year. I know you do too.
Yeah.
And there ain't no way they're going to lose this one. Barring injury, there's no way.
Yeah, I mean, they know They have to have this game. They're going to do everything they have to win it. It might be close, but I thought last week was going to be close.
Yeah.
So I got Phil Campbell winning, getting in the playoffs. So got Russellville going to Fairview.
Fairview's one of them programs. Got all them white, strong boys,
Mm-hmm.
It's a difficult place to play every now and then. I would compare them more to a West Point style program. West Point, Alabama, not West Point, Army. But Russell's on the row. I got full faith in Coach Ritter and them boys over there, and I think they get this done. They get it done by at least 17.
Yeah, they're on a roll, man. I don't think anything's going to stop them. Got Russellville winning. Got Cherokee going to Meek. Again, whatever Meek wants.
Whatever they want. How many of yards they want rushing to. Man, I hope I can get that last week at Meek just to see them go undefeated. I know they're going to be rowdy.
Yep, but that's they've already had a tremendous season. Undefeated would mean a lot.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, I think Meek at least by 50.
Yeah. Like I said, just whatever they want.
It'll be a running clock second half.
Yeah. Then we got Lynn going to South Lamar.
Yeah. Speaking of domination, I will say that Lynn's got to stay healthy right here in these last couple of weeks because they've got more to lose as far as Meek's got a stable running backs where Lynn's offense is primarily through Kel Tittle. Now you've got Kelly back there that's pretty damn good running back, but without Kel, they really don't have that type of offense to mess around. But I got Lynn winning this one, and I got them winning by at least 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm thinking Lynn big. I think that happens. Then we got Lamar County going to Winston County.
Yep, Vernon. There's a pretty good lunch, about 12-2, or maybe 10-2, something like that. It's a meat and 3, and Vernon's a pretty good place to eat.
Sounds good.
Everybody's running through there during the weeks, but we used to go to the hunting club over there. But I will say, Winston County coming off that tough loss, it's going to be extra fuel on the fire. They're going to have that. They're going to be ticked off. They're going to be wanting to just take out their frustration on somebody other than themselves. I think they get it done right here. I don't think it's going to be big. I think it'll be another close ball game. They may get out to a big lead and then let Vernon come back a little bit, but I think it's at least 35 to maybe 20, 28. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking 35-24. But I think Winston County, like you said, coming up that loss, I think they rebound and win this one.
Yeah.
Then we got Haleyville going to Corner.
Oh man, I kind of hope DME gives me this. And be honest with you,
it's gonna be a good game. We just saw Corner just murder their team from last week.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, against Curry. But I mean, so the week before I wrote for the Haleyville Curry game and seen Haleyville do it to Curry, not as bad as Corner did it.
Right.
And Corner did it at Curry. Haleyville did it at home for their senior night. Haleyville's a good program. I talked about it earlier. I talked about could see them going to the third round, but I could also see Corner going to. We don't cover Corner because it's not in our region. That Eagle does, and I've had the benefit of watching both these teams. I will say Gavin Brown is another animal behind Cameron Deaver. He's definitely the most explosive rusher. They tend to go 1 and 2, switch up around every week on touchdowns. Cameron's got him in yards, but Gavin Brown's a dang good athlete. He'll even play quarterback too. He's tossed a couple touchdowns this year, so. It's going to be a hard ball game for Haleyville. to be truthful, I don't know who has this game. Corner may have the edge since they're at home, but this is going to be epic. And Corner's got that gorgeous, beautiful venue out there to play this football game in. But it's always been a pretty tough one for Haleyville to go to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking if Haleyville wins, it's very, very close.
Yeah.
So then we got Carbon Hill going to Tarrant.
Oh, can they get the win right here? You kind of hope.
You hope so, but I mean, I don't know.
Maybe they should start handing the ball to, trick plays the lineman or something, get Chug the ball and let him run in.
Yeah.
They've got to come up with something if they want to win. They got to start pulling some rabbits out of hats. It's getting towards the tail end, and you ain't got to win yet, and you're kind of wondering if you can pick one up now. So, we'll just have to see.
Yeah, I mean, my prediction is, if Carbon Hill wins, it'll be close, and if they lose, it'll be by a lot.
Yeah, so. I agree. Yeah, I agree with that one. Yeah, no doubt.
Then we got Curry going to Cordova.
What can you say?
Yeah, again, you think big win for Cordova?
All I can say is, agreed. All I can say is Josh Day from Curry is going to be on a lot of people's, all area, all region teams. He may even make all state. It's been that type of year, and he's done it with just poor play around him. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not saying they can't be great or won't ever be great. They're just not there yet. He's really the only thing that's clicking, him and Colin Page, and then you had Jace Calloway. But other than that, their seasons have been a dud. And actually, the 2 wins in 4 years, you hadn't had one in 4 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you really can't forget. You really can't forget those. So, if anything, it's a rebuilding, progressive season.
Yeah.
They're still going to get beat by Cordova here. Cordova's coming off that high off of a win last week. I think they get it done by at least 62.
Yeah, big win. Then we got Oak Grove going to Dora.
Dora's on a row. I got Dora. Sean Pryor is probably going to have 5 touchdowns again in this one, no doubt. And Coach Williams should make sure of that.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Dora all day long. But guys, we're going to take a short little commercial break, and we'll be right back with Game of the Week.
It's a nice, cool day. If y'all stay classy. Back to y'all guys at the Yellowhammer podcast station.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Yellowhammer Football Podcast here on the Loaded Sports Network. Guys, we got Game of the Week. We got Pleasant Grove going to Jasper.
Oh, dude, I've waited all year for this one, to be honest with you. But, my thoughts on Jasper before the season were they were going to be a pretty good football team. It didn't start out that way, and it's only because they didn't have Spencer, the quarterback, and the fact that they've had him back, and they're undefeated with him back. They're rolling right now, and the team that stands in their way is Pleasant Grove. Ramsey's definitely going to be the number 1 team in the region. They beat both Pleasant Grove and Jasper, so this is the battle for second. I think Pleasant Grove has the upper hand just because they're last year's state champion. They went undefeated last year, and with the exception of Ramsey, they're 71 right now. So, and they've dominated every opponent they played besides Ramsey. I think Jasper getting them at home, if Spencer can have a clean ball game, and maybe rush for a $150 and throw for a $150, that they stay in this ball game and keep it close. If they can control the clock at any, that makes it more favorable odds for them. But if you don't watch it, you're gonna get blown out in this one too. So, like you said earlier, if they win, it's gonna be close. If they lose, it's gonna be by a lot. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking too. Jasper being at home, I think that helps. They're going to be ready.
Yes.
Got your quarterback back. You've won all your games since he's come back. It's a good sign. You just got to play smart. Don't have any turnovers. You got to play it smart.
Get your popcorn ready.
Yeah. Get your popcorn ready.
Honestly, man, yeah. Jasper could win it. They very well could.
Yeah.
I would say maybe 38 to 43% chance to win.
Yeah, like I said, playing at home is going to help. Like we have said, and I'm sure people are tired of hearing it, but like I said, if you win or if they win, it's going to be close, and if they don't, it's going to be a blowout.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, guys, I think that's going to do it for this week. Catfish, you got anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, if you're having trouble in life, any kind of problems, you're having a difficult time going through and you feel like you ain't got anybody to lean on, look at try our sponsor, BetterHelp. There's the link down there at the bottom. Who knows, it might change your life. You never know until you try it. We just wanted to get that out there to our friends. Brian had a lot to say about it earlier. He went through the, all they got going on for him. He's definitely the one that made the deal happen too. So we can all say that we've had difficult times in our life where we've been depressed or feel like we've needed somebody to talk to and feel like we have no one to talk to. So before doing anything to yourself or to another person, get help. Try BetterHelp.
That's right, my guys. Again, you saw the link at the bottom, betterhelp.com/Lotus Sports Network. That is BetterHelp, HELP.com/Lotus Sports Network. Guys, just want to thank everybody for listening. The show has been a massive success. You can check the video show on YouTube and Spotify. Listen to it anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast. And guys, we hope we're part of that group. Check out loadedsportsnetwork.com. Click on the link. Buy yourself a t-shirt. Rep the brand. Help us out. We'd appreciate that. But guys, I'm the Colonel. He's Catfish. You've just heard the Yellowhammer Football Podcast, and we'll see you next time.